Tell you about what's going on like downtown Newark. Like right now, you got the Bowers Building, 191 Market Street. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we DTNWK. That's downtown Newark. It's like a whole different movement happening right now. You got where we're at right now is Grim Studios and 3459 Studio, which is myself. You know, I'm a digital entrepreneur, so I like to call it, just part of this new age wave. You know what I'm saying? Everything from HTML wave to the graphic design industry wave. You know what I'm saying? Just to this whole new realm now with the digital video and the music and just everything is together. You know what I'm saying? So I can tell you right now is this is a Poor Kings show. Poor Kings is a downtown Newark movement. It's a whole lot happening down here, yo. Downtown 200, Poor Kings movement. Basically, you know what I'm saying? We basically taking ownership of our performing our own revolution. That's what Poor Kings stand for. You know what I mean? We not waiting for no government, nothing. We ain't waiting for no black messiah. We ain't waiting for no sports player. You know what I'm saying? We ain't waiting for nobody, yo. Like we just put together. We chefing. Take a look at the chef. We got a personal chef. How to eat organic, what's good, what's not good, where to shop, X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? We got good people here, rocking their afros, rocking their locks. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's a lock. You understand? It's a lock. Lock unite with the family. You understand what I'm saying? It's really, really serious what's happening because, truth be told, man, we taking ownership of our own time. You know what I'm saying? Fooling with a brother like this, Cha-Cha, you understand what I'm saying? Yo. Involved in so many things, you know what I mean? Even once again, I love the boom. Are you weird? No sleep until the catch it right. Check the don't give me what?
Yo, what's Tay-Man? He was just right here, man. Now they got his feet right now. What's up, bro? What's Tay-Man?
Now you got me the big
how does it feel? How does it feel? I guess it's like it's a curse and a blessing at the same time, and I mean that by you know, it's a blessing because, well, let me take care of the curse first, you know what I mean? Because I'll say the blessing after that. It's a curse because people lost sense of value in it, you know, and you pretty much left being your own critic and your own, like, I guess you can own admirer and a person who understands your work, you know what I'm saying? You become your own world, you know what I mean? And it's really hard to make a living doing art because right now I'm thinking I could have been, you know, I could have went to dentistry and, you know, I could have making G's right now, and then I would have came home and I could have been doing my art. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, if I was a dentist and making G's all day long, I wouldn't be going home to make art. You know what I'm saying? So everything falls into its place. Like no matter what position or where you at in life, you just pretty much gotta keep pushing and trying to do your best at what you do. You know what I'm saying? And to me, in art, when it comes to art, it does not necessarily mean getting a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge my success and expressing myself based on how much money I have in my bank. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. And if I was, I would have been depressed right now about my art. You know what I'm saying? Because my art didn't make no bank. You know what I mean? So, and it's a blessing because it feels good to, you know, to have this outlet where you can say how you feel, or you can even create how you want to feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like I can paint something that can make me happy, or I can paint something that reflects how I feel, you know what I mean? And that's like a great gift, you know what I mean? That's like a blessing, that even though I can be down, or I can be angry or mad, and I can go do some art, and I'll feel great after that, you know. That's a good feeling, you know what I mean? It's not like nobody gets hurt, like I don't have to, you know, get in nobody's way, you know, unless I'm on the street or whatever, you know. Certain people feel like visual art gets in their 3D space, like gets in their, you know, physical way, when it's just always flat, and you know what I mean? It's just crazy. So this piece right here is, you know, dedicated to Tupac Shakur. This is a picture of him that I used is when he came out the court and he's spitting at the camera. This is kind of like the moment when he spits or whatever. And the background is his lyrics. You can't really tell, but I used a spray can and I wrote like random lyrics from his songs, but like, you know, like a graffiti style letters or whatnot, and filled in the background like different colors, kind of look like a stage set right now, or like, you know, some sort of backdrop or whatnot. You can see like two things in here. It's kind of hard to see it like off the camera, but he's holding like, you know, he's holding a joint, like the peace joint or a blunt in one hand, and the other hand that you don't really see that much is holding a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the outline with a Sharpie. It's not colored in like that. And on the other side, he just got a hand loose in the air, and then the hand that you don't see is thrown out the west side. So it's like, you know, little like ghostly hands in there that you can't really see, but you got the double meaning to them, you know. This is again influence of America on me, things that I've seen, you know what I mean, things that I've experienced. This is my man Mumia Bujamal. He's still locked up. It says innocent but still in jail. New evidence. But he's been there. He's been with me for a minute. I've been reading his books, and I've been doing some live paintings at like free Mumia gatherings in New York and Queens and Bronx. And he's been pretty much staying with me. He's like, I'm with him. I'm like a prisoner of life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get out all the time and get out the box. You feel me? So this one has a lot of different things in it. You know what I mean? Like that you can float off. Got MLK right there. Tough under fire. You feel me? Like you get the message from that. Like Statue of Liberty with a gun. You know what I'm saying?
So those two pictures of the Statue of Liberty and the gun is actually together. I understand that. What messages you trying to send with the white lady saying, "Hey," like what do that mean?
Oh, like that being just kind of like you know, with this picture, that it's kind of like the culture and how we accept things, even though we might not like them. You feel me? Mm-hmm. How people just you know, they too caught up with the celebrities, you know what I'm saying, and like all the hype. Meanwhile, we let our own presidents lie to us and make laws that take away our freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't get up and fight. We just like, hey, like, oh wow, we're just always distracted by some other that don't mean much. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of like that notion about it. So I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm working on. I usually work on like 20 canvases at the same time, because I like working quick, and I like creating like masses of work instead of just working on one painting. But you know, I also enjoy painting portraits sometimes when I'm in the mood, and you know, it's pretty fun. The end result is usually great to look at, you know, and most of these are, you know, people like stuff like that more than they like my art and the way I express myself, which is understandable. You know, they can relate to it much easier than they can relate to something that's, you know, more abstract. That's me when I'm like older or whatnot. That's a good question. I guess if somebody, the hardest part for an artist, I think, or for me as an artist, is to put a price on my work, and that's because, you know, that sends you to like a whole different world where the person who's buying it is you know, involved in this dialogue with you, and you don't want to, depending on who's buying it, you don't want to sound like you don't care about your art, and you don't want to give away your art sometimes for free. But I have a pleasure of giving free art to people that I know that are gonna enjoy it, you know, and I do have a pleasure of selling art for a good price to people that I know could afford it. So it pretty much goes down like that. So if I know somebody's, you know, somebody's caking and they got mad guap and they want to commission painting, I'm gonna charge them, you know. And if it's somebody's my friend or some young kid who's just like, who loves the piece of artwork and he, you know, and he's inspired, I'll be like, you know, talk to me, we can work out a price or whatever, you know, we can, and I usually just I drop it down for people, and it kind of brings down the value of my art in the art world. But to me, it's like I'd rather people to have it than for it to be in my house and just, you know, I want to do new work all the time. I don't want to have all these canvases here. I'm trying to have I'm trying to do a solo show. I'm trying to have them all go, and I want people to have it, because to me, I want to continue creating and continue expressing myself. I don't want to get stuck with the same, you know, thoughts and feelings that I already expressed and I've been through, because, you know, we change every day, and I'm just changing with the world, you know. It is.
And what is the word out there for other artists to inspire them on their goals?
Become a dentist first, and then, you know, or like a doctor or a lawyer, and then you can do your art. I'm just joking. I guess for the artist is the best advice I can give to the artists, or to people who I guess want to make it a career. Don't make it a career. For artists that just enjoy doing it and think it's necessary for the happiness of their soul, I guess it's probably will. It's to look into yourself. You know what I mean? Right, and there you go. That's like the most important thing, because a lot of people just
go to the window,
you know,
and then we like him looking out the
I just
window.
think art is something that you do, you know. Art is like something that you live and that you feel. And if you're not tapping into your feelings and you know, and like your emotions, then whatever the things you do is just pretty much imitation of what you think art is, you know. So, and you know, art in many different ways, it could take any form, and especially right now with technology, it's so advanced. You can be creative in many different ways. You can draw, you can paint, you can do video, you can, you know, do photography, and you know, the list just goes on really, because you can mix all those things together. And you know, so I would say, like, look into yourself and believe in yourself, even when everybody else around you doubts you.
Check, like the storms are caving. I thank God that I made it. This far, been scarred, it's hard, but I made it. Control my soul, even for gold, wouldn't trade it. Fast cars and clothes, no, not to be famous. I'd rather be blameless in the kingdom where the saints is, instead of living it up, getting gifts from Satan. What will a man receive for return for his soul? Killed by the venomous lies the devil told, like, you'll live a long life. This is heaven. The 600 bins in the Porsche 911, no stressing. Mad jewels and all the women.